What I miss most about Cuba is my family, my friends, the warm weather, the ocean, going fishing, and palm trees. Home, it was home.
I left Cuba when I was 10, and I left very suddenly with my family, as many people did in 1960. And so I never went back for 37 years.
We lived in an area called Playa or Miramar. I was only there till I was 7, so I mean it was, a very wonderful childhood.
My involvement with Cuba goes back many, many years. I spent a good part of my childhood there, going to school back at the time of the revolution, including several semesters after the revolution.
Caritas is an international humanitarian organization with a presence in many countries. Friends of Caritas Cubana started first informally because Micho invited me to a meeting to organize an event for Caritas, to raise funds for Caritas in Cuba.
I was asked by the cardinal here to join a delegation going back for the Pope's visit. He said, wouldn't it be a great idea if we could start a group that would raise money to support the efforts in Cuba of rebuilding Caritas Cubana.
Friends of Caritas Cubana is all volunteers here in the United States. We fundraise to support the programs of Caritas in Cuba. They run programs for the elderly, young children, children and adults with disabilities, some adults with Down syndrome, programs for people with HIV and AIDS, and hurricane relief. In each province, then there are thousands of volunteers who are feeding people in their backyards. Some are in church basements, but most are in people's private homes.
We were invited into people's homes, and all they wanted to do was bring us in and point up at the roof and say, this is what Caritas has provided to us. And without it, we would not have this home, and we would not have a place for our children.
The after-school programs cost between $1,000 and $2,000 a year. And some of them include a daily meal. And they have maybe 40 to 50 kids. We are about between 35 and 40% of Caritas's budget in Cuba.
There is a guitar program run after school for 60 children, and for the whole year it costs $1,000 because the teachers are volunteers.
I would say that for every dollar given, you might get $2 or $3 worth of services.
This is a really key moment and pivot moment in Cuba. The need is enormous, but also the island is bursting with energy and positive energy of people who believe change is imminent. The time is now to really make a difference.
We have a moral responsibility. We have a humanitarian responsibility to help those who, for whatever reason, are unable to help themselves. Friends of Caritas Cubana provides an opportunity to do that in Cuba.
My hope for Cuba at this point is people are so resourceful. If they can just get the materials and get the expertise, that they can really do things for themselves.
My hope for Cuba is that Cubans will be able to have the opportunity not only to take care of their families, but will be able to achieve their full potential and will be able to contribute fully to society, as I know they're so ready to do.